The Nets are going to the NBA Finals. If the Nets are healthy, they are going to the NBA Finals. It's way too much offensive firepower in a weak Eastern Conference for them to not make it as long as they're healthy. I honestly believe if they have two of their three stars, they'll make it to the NBA Finals. That being Harden and Durant, or Durant and Kyrie, or Harden and Kyrie. I just think the Eastern Conference is too weak to contain that much firepower. That being said, the Nets are clear favorites to win the championship. That being said, for my Laker fans, I know it's been a rough couple of weeks, rough couple of months. You've been 8-12 without LeBron, 1-3 since he came back, 1-5 since AD came back. But I think I can really shed some light onto this situation. Keep in mind, I'm a die-hard Boston Celtics fan, so it goes against everything I know for me to say this, but I mean, here we are. So over the last 50 plus years, we have seen teams make big championship runs, whether it's back-to-backs or three-peats. And then they came back the next year, and then they just blew it up. And a lot of people think that's going to happen to the Lakers. My prime examples of this are the Lake Show in 2000 to 03 with Kobe and Shaq. And that was after the three-peat. Shaq went to Miami. And then the Bad Boy Pistons after the two-peat. And even the Larry Bird Celtics in the 80s after his back injury. But here's the key thing to me, and this is my main point. All those teams lost something. The Lakers lost Shaq, the Pistons lost Rodman, and Larry Bird could barely even walk after that series. The Lakers lost nobody. They literally got better. They added the best rebounding center in the league, best defensive rebounding center in the league, and with the exception of Enes Kanter, the best offensive rebounding center in the league, and the former Sixth Man of the Year, a complete bully in the paint. So why are people so quick to jump on the bandwagon saying, oh, the Lakers suck? Oh, it was the Mickey Mouse championship last year. Oh, Mickey Davis, Mickey LeBron. Personally, I think the bubble was one of the hardest playing environments of all time. No fans. You know how loud Staples Centers would have been every night? And a home court advantage? Home court advantage in LA is huge. My point is, the Lakers still have LeBron and AD. And I don't even have to say anything more. And I think if they play the Suns in the first round as a 6 seed, they'll win, and they'll win in 6. So Laker fans and haters, they need to calm down because we have seen LeBron lead way worse teams into the playoffs. And we have seen this with LeBron-led teams to the playoffs multiple times. They struggle in the regular season, and come playoff time, they're a completely different thing. The biggest issue for me, for the Lakers, is health. If the Lakers remain healthy, I think that the Lakers are easily the favorites to make it out of the West. And I think they can upset the Nets. I genuinely think they can upset the Nets. They match up perfectly. Harrell and Drummond, they're absolute paint beast. They're a nightmare for Claxton and DeAndre Jordan. Azili Johnson, all those guys, besides DeAndre Jordan, are young guys, and they're not going to be able to contain the Lakers' big man. LeBron is still better than Durant, in my opinion, so that cancels out. If you take the Warriors matchup and you look, oh, Durant pulled up from 40 feet on LeBron. Durant had the best team of all time. LeBron was out there running with his second best player on that team was J.R. Smith. Like, you can't compare those now that there's a more even playing field. I still think the Nets are the favorite, but personally, I don't think I can see LeBron losing a series to Durant again. Kyrie and Schroeder will be such a fun matchup as well. Like at the point guard position, I think those two cancel each other out. And Harden is Harden, but AD is also AD. So this is really hard for me to say, but I think the Laker buzz needs to stop because this team is fine. They didn't have two of their stars. They fell down to the 7th seed. They're back up to the 5th seed, and I think this team is completely fine. I don't see a scenario where the Lakers don't make it to the finals this year. Unless somebody drastic gets hurt, LeBron or AD, but I don't care what anybody tells me. LeBron is able to pull his teams out of the gutter at any time need be. So for me, for you, let me know. This is my question. Who is your favorite coming out of the East, and who is your favorite coming out of the West? And should the Lakers be in panic mode? My answer is no. You guys let me know in the comments. Love y'all.